So, the new gun on the 116 F3. As you can see, 2.1k DPM, really bad accuracy, really long aim time, no gun depression. This is the penetration with Kali, so 270 AP, that's fine, 356 heat, that's fine. You'll manage with this. What this tank essentially is a Kran with this gun. Except the Kran is just better. Here, let me show you. So here we are. Here we have the Kran and MLD, because this is what this tank is most similar to. I mean, with the single shotgun, this is essentially a worse MLD, and with the triple shot, it's a worse Kran. Kran has more DPM, I'll show you the stats right here. It has better accuracy. The gun dispersion, it's whatever. If you put reticle Kali, you're just straight up more accurate. It has more gun depression, which is nice, and it has way better armor, especially on the turret. The 116 has more HP and reactive, which help, because that tank just cannot bounce anything for shit. I'll show you the armor in a second. On paper, it's faster than the Kran, but let me tell you, this tank is a boat, and you'll see in replays, like the Kran has better power to weight, and with speed boost, it pretty much reaches the same top speed. So now for the armor. So this is the 116 against itself with the single shot. So this is like 262 AP pen, pretty much what every single tank on tier 10 will have. So lower plate, obviously a weak spot. You try to side scrape with this tank. You have this like corner plate, which it's kinda hidden because it's behind some box, but I'm pretty sure this disappears and people can see it if they aim at you. You have this, which is essentially the IS-4, like old IS-4 if you remember, weak spot on the bottom. It can be penned by 122mm guns or above. So side scraping is really in case of emergency if you're slightly hold down, I guess. And you can you expose your lower plate or your upper plate if people are shooting gold, and you just have to side scrape. That's when you do it. It's when you have to. Hold down, I mean, okay, with AP, the turret is fine. But if someone loads gold, and especially if they have Kali, yeah, your turret becomes hella weak. And if you turn it, even slightly, even with AP standard, you just go straight through it. So this tank really is a gimmick tank. It just has its clip, and God forbid you play it aggressively because someone with Kali just owns you. If you compare this to a Kran, like the Kran can just play hold down anywhere it wants. There you go. It has two cupolas, you put your gun up. There you go. Impenetrable. You just don't go through it. Go, there you go. Go pen this. With this tank, you go hold down. You have 6 degrees of gun depression. There you go. Turret cheeks, lower plate, even bigger than the Kran. You try and side scrape. I mean, in a Kran, if you try to side scrape, I mean, you're not gonna side scrape in a Kran. You're just gonna sit hold down like this and be a hold down monster. Nobody can pen you like this. You sit like this in a 116 GG. And the Kran has reticle Kali, so it's more accurate. So yeah, this tank is not good. It can work with the triple shot, but that's about it. So, I'll show you some replays now. So here we are on Vineyards. This is my first game with this new gun. And as you can see, for it being a heavy, it's okay in terms of mobility. It's nothing crazy. Its power to weight is lower than the MLE, so it will struggle to get up hills quickly. So I'm gonna go here middle here, because you can get shots into every single place on the map, and my team is going ruined, so there's less of a chance I get flanked, but here I get penned in the turret with 250 heat pen. You know, because this tank has no turret armor, which is crazy for a tank in 2025. And here we have an heavy just YOLOing me, basically, because my team can shoot him in the ass, but they won't do it. I get shot in the side of the turret because this tank's pretty big. It sticks out a little bit over the hills and has no gun depression to accommodate this sort of playstyle. And the turret traverse is really slow. Like, you can see that it takes a day and a half to turn the turret. So here I try to pick the Cobra, but again, this tank has no gun depression, so you kinda can't play the ridgeline. Here I put one shot into the A50. It was a snapshot, but whatever. This FV is again flanking me, and here I look at my teammates who clearly have a line of sight, so I got pissed at this moment and just tried to communicate to my medium tanks that they can shoot the FV. But I guess at this point they have a type YOLOing them, so they kinda can't help me. So I realize I'm kinda in a shit position if this FV can keep peeking me and the C50 is still here. I really can't play it, but here let's put some shots into the Type 71, let's aim. And you can see the aim circle is insanely huge. I'm surprised they hit both of those shots, and here the FV's trying it again. He probably will peek again, yeah. Here I put my reactive because I don't want to lose more HP. Like, I'm a heavy tank with no mobility and a clip, so I want to trade those shots, but for that I need HP, which I don't have anymore. Again, first game I had today, so let's chalk it up to me being a little bit sleepy, a little bit rusty. So I come over here, trying to see where the E50 is. My teammates can help me maybe, and I don't know how this guy got here unspotted, but let's just punish him for this. He probably doesn't know. Again, this is basically day one of this tank having this gun, so nobody basically knows that this tank has it, and people will assume you have like a long reload and you can punish them for this. Basically like I did to this Cobra. I can just put 3 shots into him and he didn't put another shot into me, which is nice. So here we're in a kind of bad situation because the enemy team has points, we need to push into them. Our Type 61 just died. I kinda put a risky shot over there, but you kinda have to take those risks to win the game. ISA bounces the side of my turret, which is surprising, but okay, nice. Here I have to play aggressive into him. I have to take this 8 points off of him to try and win the game. Our grill is capping the base, which is nice. And here the E50M comes and both of them bounce. That's pretty lucky. I reload my second shell so I can maybe finish the E50. And that's quite lucky. I get to kill the C50 basically for free. And now I can wait for my shell to reload. I can put both of them to the IS-8. And this should be a win. There we go. So I played pretty poorly at the start, but thankfully the enemy team was even worse, so I was able to pull it back. But again, you can see the lack of gun depression and accuracy doesn't really help this tank much. And the armor is pretty bad as well. So, on to the next replay. So, here we are on Port Bay. We're gonna go corner because that's what you do on this map. You never play city on this map, it's boring. It's a corridor map. If you go to the town and you just get shot by TDs is boring. So you just go to the corner. Our mediums are committing to it, which is nice. I'll just go here, try to maybe put some shots on the cross if this DCC2A crosses. No, he decides to stop, so I'll go, but okay, he changed his mind, he's actually going. That's pretty lucky that I hit that, I wasn't fully aimed. Thankfully, V-stubs are helping. Am I gonna go for this shot? I shouldn't have, but whatever. It's an auto-reloader, I can take these shots, I'm not losing much. Oh, the Sheridan's crossing, let me shoot him. And I bounce his side. Typical for a Sheridan, bouncing shells of its side. Well, we have completely lost this side. I mean, not completely, but we have lost the corner, so basically we lost all map control, so all I can do is go back, reload my clip, and maybe potentially shoot those guys as they try to push. I could have maybe poked this STRVK, but I think it's better to reload all of my shells. Now I can peek him, shoot him once, nice. And this is the sort of gameplay you have to have. You gotta be patient, because the enemy team, they don't seem like they're gonna be pushing anytime soon. Here we have the Sheridan, aim, fully aimed. Thankfully it hit, even with a high roll. That's nice. So slowly but surely we're getting some damage done. The STRVK is peeking, maybe we can shoot him. That's quite lucky. With this tank's accuracy, this might as well would have been a miss, or, you know, a bounce. But that's quite nice. I'm shooting my last shell, keeping all my DPM. If someone pushes, I can punish them, maybe put 2 shots, 3 even. But we just have to wait. The enemy team needs to make a move first if they want to progress the game here. Interesting side scraping by the 777, and again the lack of gun depression showing on this tank. You really have to be picky with how you position this tank, because as you can see I can't even peek this STRVK without overexposing. Here we have the E5 peeking, he shot the gun of the 60DP. I'm pretty sure he didn't even know he was blocking the shot, but... And me hitting the shot on this side was pretty lucky as well. Maybe I can find a shot on this Hori now. No. 777. Well, as I like to say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and especially in this tank now, with this clip, you can take those. Yeah, like that. It was pretty likely to miss, thankfully it didn't. Here I see the Kran is getting pushed, so I will try to position myself to help him. I can maybe put a shot into this Sheridan now. Aim. You can see that aiming takes a long time, and when you're fully aimed it's still not 100% to hit. So that's nice. I have a clip, I can aim at those guys, they're pushing, nice. It's just classic RNG. But it's whatever, I can just reload my last shell again, I can peek this guy and finish him. He thinks I have one shell, so let me just put one, let me just finish him. Nice. Maybe I could have dumped it into the Hori, but I decided not to. Let's reload those 2 shells and just try to do as much as we can in these last minutes of the game. See, this concept is now isolated. One thing about this tank is the reverse speed is not as quick as the MLE, so you can't really fall back very easily. It will take you a lot of time, and it was quite lucky that the 777 bounced. Here I can just go for the concept, just put the whole clip into him. Here the Hori is blocking, but it's fine, he will overshoot. He probably wasn't even blocking him anyway. I tried to gun block this Hori, so I maybe take less damage or something. Or maybe he bounces, but no, Hori has too much pen for this tank. So the only thing I can do is try to avoid this gun, which I put my reactive, he bounces my upper plate somehow, which is pretty nice. But, you know, this game's pretty much over, so I'm just gonna dump those 2 shots into him. shoots me, I'm on 100 HP, and here the Hori player makes a massive mistake. He lets me get to his side, which basically means he cannot shoot me anymore. And I can just keep holding him like this. So now, if the Sheridan peeks, I can kill him. But he stops. He's a smart player. He won't peek. Maybe now he will. Oh, but the 777 peeks. Kill him, and yeah. If I held my shot for the 777, killed him, and then killed the Sheridan, I would have won the game. So, 6.6. It's fine. I could have won this game if I was just a little bit more thoughtful of my shells, but it's whatever. So, is this tank worth it now that it has its new insane triple shotgun? In my opinion, no. No, it's not. This tank is essentially a worse Kran or a worse Emily. It's worse than both of those tanks. If you decide to play it with a single shot, it's a worse Emily. If you decide to play it with a triple shot, okay, it's better in the Kran in a way that it has more HP, but the thing is, in the Kran you have a way stronger turret, you can play way more aggressively, you have way more DPM, you have better accuracy, and you have... you're just a little bit more flexible in the Kran. In this tank, you're fat, you're slow, you have no gun depression, and you have basically no armor. So, should you get this tank now? No. It's just meh. Like, of course you could... It is nice with this gun now. There's a reason to play it. But personally, I wouldn't spend anything on this tank. I would just get the Kran or the Emily. Your money is way better spent on those than on this tank. So, yeah, that's it.